We're gonna get into the first step, which is prep. Just take this and apply it to all of my nails like this, just around the cuticle area. Do one hand at a time because it can get kind of sticky and messy. Sit for about a minute. Okay, we're back. It's been sitting for about a minute, so let me show you how I push them back and get all of that cuticle out. So if you see anything on my nails, like you might have seen something on my thumb, I have glue for press-ons stuck to my nails, and I'm going to be showing you how I use the drill to get that off. Ow! I take my cuticle pusher at an angle, and you want to do this very gently. And you can already see some of that cuticle is coming off right there, and just gently scrape that cuticle. And you want to get into the sides. This, I'm also pushing the skin back. Okay, I've just finished pushing back the cuticle on all 5 of the nails, and as you can see, there is some pretty good chunks in there. I want to take a lint-free wipe and wipe that dead cuticle off. So I take the scrapey side of my cuticle pusher, and I do like to use it to scrape off any extra that maybe didn't come all the way up whenever I was pushing back my cuticles with the remover on. I'm turning my drill to a low 5 RPMs. You can see the little thing flying. I think it'll be okay. I'll hold it like a pen kind of, and I'm just gonna go right to left, if that makes sense. I go in with this. I start here on the sides and nip very slowly. You gotta kind of hold your breath while you're doing this. I'm sorry if I'm whispering. And you can kind of see where this skin separates from this skin. When you're doing this, you shouldn't feel any kind of pain. And I just kind of pull it up, clip onto it, and then I kind of yank up. And here they are, all prepped and ready to go. You're going to need a primer and dehydrator, your nail glue. You're gonna need your flash carrying lamp, a big lamp to do a full cure. You're going to need a buffer and a file. So first I'm gonna go over the different types of tip. I just want to show you the difference in the apex. So as you can see, this one has a larger apex, and that is just the point in the middle that goes up. These do not have an apex, so these are just flat. And the reason I'm showing you this is because this tip that has the larger apex is going to require more glue, whereas this one is not going to require as much because there's not as much space to fill. Another difference between these tips is that these tips have etching on the inside, as you can see, and these do not. So you're gonna want that etching. If you don't have a tip with the etching, take your nail dehydrator, scrub it on there kind of with a nail brush, just wherever your natural nail is going to be touching, and then let that dry, and that will chemically etch the inside. So that is a little nail hack for you. Today's video, I'm going to be using these. You don't need to clip your nails to apply Gel X. Your nails can be longer than this, and you can still go ahead and apply right over them. However, I do like to kind of round out my nails with a file a little bit. A quick rule of thumb for sizing is to make sure that your nail fits side wall to side wall. So, as you can see here, when I slide it down, it is fitting all the way around, no gaps or anything. This is a perfect fit. If you have a nail that is a little too big around your cuticle area or isn't the right shape, so for example, my cuticle area is kind of square, so these nail tips are perfect for me, but if your cuticle area is a little more round, you can always file down the sides to make it fit right around this area. And you always want to go with, if you're in between sizes, the bigger tip, because you don't want any gaps, because that will cause lifting. buff my nails so that they have some texture to them. I don't want to overdo it because you don't want to make them real smooth. Just kind of back and forth a few times should be good. So now that you've finished buffing your nails and they look crusty like this, you're just going to go in with your dehydrator or isopropyl alcohol. It's the same exact thing. And you're going to take it and just kind of scrub it in to the nail plate. Make sure you're coating the entire nail. Once the alcohol is dried completely, which it should only take a few seconds, you're going to go in with your nail primer. And for this, you don't want to apply too much because it can cause lifting. So I just rub my brush off the tip of the bottle and I go in and scrub this into the nail as well. Once you're done applying your primer, your nails will be really shiny like this. Make sure your primer is completely dry. I would wait anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. If it's not dry, it will cause lifting. So for about 5 minutes, I think they're dry. So let's move on to the fun part, application on it. Now that you have your nails primed and they're dry, you're going to take your nail glue. I know a lot of people say that this causes contact dermatitis, which we should talk about. But that only happens if you get it on your skin. So be very, very careful not to get any of the glue or polish on your skin at all, because you could risk the chance of getting contact dermatitis. And from what I've heard, it never goes away. And that would be really sad because you would never be able to do your nails like this again. So just keep that in mind. I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this all over my nails. And when it comes to getting around the cuticle, you want to kind of just push the product to your cuticle so that you don't risk touching it on your skin. If you do get it on your skin, it's okay. Just hurry up and wipe it off with some acetone. I cure it for 30 seconds so that I can leave a tacky layer. You're going to want to apply a thin layer of your gel glue to the etched part of your tip. What you're going to want to do is scrape some of the gel glue off onto the bottom portion of the tip. This definitely takes practice to know how much you need. Know if you didn't put enough or if you put too much by the way that the glue flows, which I'll show you. But to avoid spillage from the sides, you want to kind of pinch your tip together like this, and that'll really help it so that the glue does not get on your side walls of your nail. Lamp ready, turn it on. Basically, I just apply it at a 45-degree angle. I'll put the end of the tip on the nail and press it down from there. So here we go. And the gel glue should just flow all the way up to the free edge of the nail. And then you're going to cure it. I want to hold it under the flash cure lamp for about 15 seconds. I want to repeat that same process. Being the glue off onto the cuticle area. That you're not applying it crooked. Okay, so now that I have all my tips on, I'm done with my flash cure lamp and I'm gonna cure them in my big lamp for 90 seconds. A lot of people will say 60 seconds and that is okay, but I like to cure them for 90 seconds just to make 100% sure, but nothing less than 60 seconds because you don't want to get contact dermatitis. Okay, they finished curing and now I'm going to cut down the length to my preferred length. Length I want, I'm just filing the sides to get a crisp square shape. And after some filing and shaping, they are done and ready for polish.